Hello, I'm G. Shane Dinkel. I'm running for the United States Senate. And coming over here, I live in Redmond, and coming over here today, I heard about 3 of Jim's ads on the radio. Do we got any plumbers in the crowd? Plumbing contractors, anybody like that? Okay, I got nobody to give the joke away then. You know what a plumber's definition of an expert is? An X is a has-been and a spurt is a drip under pressure. It's a plumber's joke. All right, Joe would get it if he was here. All right, I was born in Oregon, in Prineville, Oregon. I've lived in Oregon most of my life. I've led a dual career. Half of that has been in the military. I spent 6 years active duty in the 80s under Ronald Reagan. Right before the wall came down, I was in Germany for 6 years. I spent 16 years in the Oregon Guard, and my last tour was with the 364 Civil Affairs Unit in Iraq. I spent all of '09 in Iraq defending our freedoms and defending this process that we're engaged in today, defending our republic. While I was in Iraq, I was disturbed to see what was going on Capitol Hill. I believe there are people on Capitol Hill right now in the Senate and the Congress of the United States of America that do not have our best interest at heart, that do not understand the Constitution, even if they've read it, and they are in the process of trashing our republic. I believe in my heart that maybe this will be the last time that we will be able to push back against the socialist agenda on Capitol Hill. Push back against the attitude that things are ordained, that we need to shut up and follow orders. It's not that way. When the Founding Fathers set up our country, they pledged their lives, their sacred honor, their fortunes to create all this. I have been all over the world. I have seen other systems at work. I've seen socialism in Eastern Europe fail. I've seen socialism in the Middle East fail. I've seen socialism in other parts of the world fail. Or as in Greece recently, in the process of failing. And we Americans, we have lived so long in such a prosperous and beautiful country. We don't think that it can happen here. We've got kind of a Disneyland view of the world unless we've been to other countries and seen how messed up it can get. We don't believe that we can lose our freedoms. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, we can. We can lose it, and we're in the process of losing it. And part of this problem is that we have a group of people who, contrary to the Constitution, believe they are nobility, believe they have a right to lord it over us, believe they have a right to stay in office till they die and get carried out feet first. That's not what the Founding Fathers envisioned. They envisioned good, honest American citizens going to D.C., or at that time New York City, doing their service to their country, and then coming home. One of the things that I will push for is term limits. The first bill I introduced in the Senate will be a constitutional amendment to limit the amount of time an individual can spend in the House and or Senate to 12 years max. It will also take away all of their perks. In other words, when they walk out the door after 12 years, they will have whatever they put into Social Security, and that's it. We have created a nobility in this country, and they think they're a nobility, and they're taking us down a path to socialism and to losing our freedoms. Everything in the Constitution was put there for a reason. Every right was put there by the Founding Fathers, inspired by God, for a reason. And they've ignored that, and they've slowly torn it apart. We don't have a taxation problem. We have a spending problem in this country. We have a bunch of people that are throwing money away like it doesn't matter. And then they'll say, well, here, just get a grant for this, or just get a social program. We'll solve your problems. We'll help you out. But you know what? Every dime of that money comes out of your pocket, and my pocket, and our kids' pocket, and our grandkids' pockets. We have a spending problem. We need to get a rope around it. We need to defund this massive health care bill that nobody knows what's in it, or at least if they claim they do, I don't know who they're talking to. But we need to get a handle around that. We need to defund it, dismantle it, and demolish it. We need to get our foreign policy in line with reality. We have troops in Afghanistan right now dying for your freedom. We have troops in Iraq, and we're almost done with that. But it's important to have a strong national defense, but we need to use it judiciously and for the right reasons. We need to use it to the best effect to take care of the most terrorists. I'm for a strong defense, of course. I'm a military officer. I will retire as a lieutenant colonel this summer. So I believe in a strong defense, and I understand it. But we also need to get our federal government out of our lives. We need to open our forests back up in this country. In Oregon, I remember when I was a kid, Oregon was a powerhouse. Its nickname was the Empire State. Now we're the impoverished state. We are leading in one thing, and that is we are leading in the path down to socialist oblivion. My name's G. Shane Dinkel. I'm the first guy in the voter's guide. So as you're reading through there, you should be able to read my spiel before you start nodding off at night. I consider it an honor to go to the Senate for you, and that's who I work for. He was true about Ron Wyden going to every county, but you know what? I think he went to every county, every year he was elected, and he set a new record. You know what that was? He didn't answer one question he was asked. He tap danced on all of them. I'm G. Shane Dinkel. My website's dinkelforsenate.com. I say again, Dinkel, D-I-N-K-E-L, F-O-R, Senate.com. And I appreciate you looking at me, and thank you for all of you being here today. It's great that you came out here. Enjoy your meal. Thanks again.